So we were leaving, good morning. We were leaving Mormon Lake Lodge with a nice break. Everything's closed till May 1st, but I was able to get laundry done, which is cool. They let me do the laundry since I paid for the site. And just a relaxing day yesterday, didn't do much, just laundry and uploaded videos. We're on our way here, 22.5 miles today. It'll be our biggest day, but it's all flat though. So Mormon Lake Pizzeria. 2 more weeks it'll be open, but oh well, we're gonna get going here. Gotta find my way to the trail. We'll catch up with you shortly. Okay, we are back on the Arizona Trail. This is where we cut off the other day. Navajo Spring Trail down to Mormon Lake. So we're on our way here. So we got 1 mile out of the way. So we're down to 21.5. The reason I did my laundry here at Mormon Lake is it's only 2.5 days to Flagstaff. So that'll save me from having to do laundry there because the hotel doesn't have it. And then the closest laundry is like 4 miles. I would have had to take a lift or something. So I should be able to. The only place I'll have to take a lift is to the post office because it's like 5 miles or something for my resupply box. Other than that, I can walk everywhere, which is cool. 2 miles is the longest stretch to the baseball game, so that's all right. It starts at 4, so it's an early game. So I'll just stop, get dinner on the way back halfway or something. I'm really looking forward to that. It's a 2-day break. I have to go. I'm going to go to REI's nearby too. I want to get a couple things. I want to get a sack from my mattress. The one I got didn't work right, and I think I need a new pillow. Unless I can fix my pillow has been deflating at night every like hour. So see if I can get a new pillow, or I've just been using my puffy coat. But today was the coldest day, by the way. It's 23 degrees right now. So fortunately I got a 20-degree quilt. Not everybody doing an Arizona hike is going to get a 20-degree, but I've lived here too long to know it can get cold, especially, I mean, it can get into the 30s in Vail sometimes at night. So if it can get that low down there in Vail, certainly you can get it, even lower up here. So that's why I did 20, and I'm glad I did, because that was definitely the coldest. It was a little bit chilly for me, but only because I used my puffy coat as the pillow. So I lost no, I didn't. No, actually, no, I had that on. That's right, I used one of my mid-layer for my pillow. So, long story, but sorry about all that rambling. But I haven't been able to talk to you guys for a couple days. So, the lady the manager at the Mormon Lake, it's not even open yet, but she lives there. Her and her husband and family. Her daughter works there too. They let me, I asked if I could use, because the Wi-Fi they had at the Mormon Lake was really slow. So I saw her, I said, hey, is there any way I could use I saw her last name had internet, and I said, could I use it? And she said, yeah. So she let me use that, and it made it, I was able to upload the videos, because I didn't think I was going to till Flagstaff. I didn't think I'd be able to. So hopefully you're enjoying these. I know it's kind of boring from Pine to here, but definitely easier for me as far as hiking goes. Definitely better. Everything is fine after Pine, I'm finding out. So we'll see you down the road here. This is pretty cool. Talking about loggers and dangerous and rough life in the late 19th and early 20th centuries. Burning a bunch of calories. They have a thing of what they would eat. They'd have to eat 6,000 to 9,000 calories. Amazing. Kind of like what we're doing here. But their nights were spent in drafty bunkhouses without showers or running water. Anything with trains, I'm going to stop and film, as you know. It's pretty cool. This is a cross-country trail as well. That's really, I don't know if any of you have ever done that. If you want a cardio workout, you got it. It's similar to the trekking pole thing, but like we're doing with hiking, but oh my gosh. I thought I was going to die when my wife and I went. She was a cross-country skier. When we first met, she went a few times, so we went, and it's like, I thought I was in shape till I did that. Oh my gosh, but it's really fun though, very fun. I'm not sure what these are. Look like some sort of, I don't know, something an animal would build, but that's too complicated. Unless they just, I don't know, some sort of lumber collection. I don't know, interesting. So that Mormon Lake Lodge, or that Mormon Lake there, most of the lake is dry. It's a huge, huge area where the lake was, but most of it's dried up. It gets, depending upon how much rainfall, it'll fill up again or whatever a little bit. But it's a major, there's lots of trails for like razors, ATVs, and all that kind of stuff. So that's what that campground mostly had. Every single camper had a razor or something. It would be really cool to ride it around. But I saw yesterday, I was just walking around, I saw this one platform where one of the camping spots are. There was a sign that said free food and music with a little like platform. And a couple cross-country skis were part of the sign. But anyway, didn't think much of it. So then I go to bed at 8 o'clock usually when I'm out here. As soon as it gets dark, I'm in bed because I'm up at 5. Today I was up at like 4:45. But anyway, so it said free food and music. So I didn't know what that meant. So around, I don't know, 8 o'clock I went to bed. So around 8:30 I start hearing this loud music, and it was music I've never heard of before. It must be the younger generation or something. I didn't even understand it. It wasn't rap, it was just a bunch of noise. And most of the crowd sounded younger. But anyway, really loud, like it was right outside my tent. That platform was only 100 feet from my tent. So until about 10 o'clock. And then all of a sudden I hear a razor drive away, and then total silence. It's just like they wrapped it up. No thank you or anything, just stopped the music. No goodbyes or anything, and you couldn't hear a peep after that. It was weird. But the decibel level of that music was, oh, there's some elk. I don't know if you saw them as I'm jabbering along here. I'm sure we'll see more, but sorry about, oh yeah, there they are. I don't know if you can see them through the trees. There's a bunch of them. Oops. Look like all cows, they're little ones, and I didn't see any bucks. Sorry, I keep going up and down. But anyway, thought you guys would get a kick out of that. I didn't find it amusing, but so we're up higher, a little bit higher. You can see that area is like where Mormon Lake is, and I think I do see a little bit of water. But the lady that runs the place said it has some water in it further where we're at now. So I'm guessing that would be all that whole area used to be a lake, and it just dried up, most of it. So nice to have one of your bars totally solid, not all melted and stuff. Just cold weather, it's nice. Lower elevations, you peel it apart and it's just, just like chocolate syrup. More about the logging in 1923 is when they started with steam engines pulling. They actually, on weekends, the railroad would carry as many as 300 passengers to the Mormon Lake area. So they did lumber, but they also carried passengers. Interesting. This Flagstaff Lumber Company's railroad ceased operation in 1927 due to the slump in timber prices and the high cost of operating a railroad up the 7-mile grade to Mormon Lake. Other logging railroads continued to operate in northern Arizona until 1966. Today, these railroad grades provide a unique opportunity for the hiker to travel these traditional routes under their own power rather than under steam power. You know, I looked to the left of the trail and I noticed this clearance here. I bet you this was where the trains ran. I was looking for some old remnants of any kind of track or anything, but just the fact it's kind of cleared just enough for a train. I'm guessing this is where they came through. It's gotten overgrown now, but see how that's built up there. Still remnants of railroad ties still there, believe it or not. It's pretty cool. I wonder how they got rid of all the track though. They must have somehow came in and got all the iron to recycle it maybe or something. That's pretty cool. Because I don't see any track at all. So they must have had to, maybe by law or something, come and get it all. 1966, 2 years after I was born, so it's a long time ago, 60 years. There's a break in it there. So we just took a break there at the 5-hour mark. And to my disappointment, we only went 10 miles, which is only a 2-mile-an-hour pace, which is weird because we wasn't very much uphill or anything. I don't know. So we still got 12.1 miles to go here. Something like that. So we will see how we do. That's going to be about 6 hours. It's going to be 5:45. That's going to be late into camp, but not too late. It's getting late till 7:15 or so now. So that'll be plenty of time. Just thought my pace would have been a little bit quicker. I don't know why it would be. I was getting up to like 2.5 miles per hour. Some of those stretches from Pine to Mormon Lake. Saw 3 mountain bike girls go by, ladies, going southbound. They look like they were having fun. Today's Saturday, so I would have thought I'd see more people out here. I haven't seen just those 3 so far. But it's only 11:30, so I might still run. I'm sure I'll run into some people at some point here as we get closer to Flagstaff. We're going under Lake Mary Road. If you remember that, we passed that a few days ago. It's a long road. It runs all the way to Flagstaff, I think. You can see just a little underpass here. So we're doing this road walk now. I don't know how long this lasts. You can make up some decent time this way, though, at least. It's graded pretty well, so not a lot of rocks to trip over. I'll touch back with you when we go off of this road here. At least it's something different. A little bit more open than the trees. Okay, there's our first look to San Francisco peaks. That's Humphrey Peak up there. Snow bowl. You can see snow on the top up there. They make snow for the skiers, and it's been cold enough now. They're probably doing really well. But the trail does not go up to Humphrey's Peak, but does go near Snow Bowl. So that's kind of cool. Finally getting closer and closer here to seeing something other than pine trees and everything. That was so cool to come around the corner and see that. This is wide open here. I think I got about 6 or 7 miles to camp or something. We're getting there. It's just been this easy road, which is nice to road walk here. Kind of cool, you can see. Finally see something above you or below you. Okay, this is home for the night. I'm gonna right by this big tree to kind of block the wind if I can. I'm gonna set up a spot here. I'm getting rid of some of the rocks right here. It's nice and flat. And I had to build a fire tonight because I ran out of fuel in the canister. My wife mentioned that she wanted to know if I needed it in that Mormon lake box, and I told her no. But she's smarter than me. She's the smart one in the family. And I did run out of fuel late this morning, so I had cold tea. So I'm going to go with a little fire tonight, the old-fashioned way, and heat my water up. So we'll check back at dinner. This is a pretty good spot. It's like 4:30 or 4. We got here pretty quick. We made pretty good time after that break and having 12.8 still to go. So we'll check back when I get my dinner. Hopefully it'll be hot and not a cold dinner. All right, we're all settled in here. I actually moved a little bit from where I originally went. And the fuel canister's working, so I'm thinking it was too cold this morning. 23 degrees, maybe it didn't work. I mean, I had my little fire ready to go. I fired that up and it's doing great. So we'll catch you in the morning. It's 13 and a half miles, I think, to Flagstaff. So we should get in at a decent time and head over to Fry's, get some goodies there, and then go to dinner. I'll update you there. So we'll see you guys in the morning. I don't know if I'm going to do tea and everything. It's going to be cold. I'm just going to be wanting to get going probably. So talk to you in the morning. I'm not sure if you can see them all, but got 20 elk there coming to take a drink, but they saw me and they're like, wait a second, what are you doing here? You're not usually here. Once I go in the tent, they'll come back and get a drink, but they didn't like me being there. Right, I'm 100 yards from the lake or the pond or whatever you want to call it. So they're kind of wandering off, but they'll be back. It's hard to tell. I thought the elk didn't have the white tail. Maybe that Coues white-tailed deer that I saw. I don't think it was a dove, I don't think it was an elk though. I think it was a deer, because these are bigger than that one I saw. How about that? I'll get some more footage in the morning. I'll bet they'll be over there in the morning too. But they were so funny looking at me like, what the heck? Wait a second. I wanted to get that on film, but I couldn't in time. We'll catch you in the morning.